Unlikely wall will probably never be popular.
South of Bloomington, just off of 37, is one of Indiana's unlikeliest of climbing spots.
Climbers by nature are pioneers, and to simply follow someone else's route gets a little bit mundane after a while. Particularly higher end climbers start looking around and saying, well, where can I find my own new rock to explore? Where can I find my own cliff to set a route on, rather than simply follow someone else's route all the time?
Places like Unlikely offer that opportunity because there's good climbing all across the world that hasn't been found. You know, the best routes in the world are still sitting there waiting to be climbed.
I was living in Indianapolis for a little bit and looking for some climbing, and found out that this was like an hour away, so I drove down a couple times to check it out. And yeah, I wasn't impressed initially, but now that I live in Bloomington, I head out there sometimes.
He said, well, now that you've done plastic holds, let's do some real climbing. And I thought, oh man, where am I going to go? To the Red River Gorge? It's like 4 hours away. And he said, no, there's Unlikely Wall, 15 minutes away. So I got directions, decided to go with my friend, and did about everything wrong you can do in rock climbing.
It's the only climbing area within about a 3-hour drive of Bloomington, and Bloomington being a town of 70,000 people. Of those 70,000, the climbers are pretty rock starved. So Unlikely has come into existence because it's sort of the only vertical exposed rock available in the immediate area.
I went to Unlikely before this last trip. I ended up going to the health center because numerous things went awry, and there was poison ivy and all sorts of insect bites, and you don't get that inside. It's controlled, which is something that, I don't know, it's not as exciting. And plus you're grabbing plastic. It's a complete reverse of the initiation of climbing, where climbing was born in a quest to achieve a goal of getting to the top of something. It started as ascending. It didn't start as the actual act of climbing.
Usually you're in a natural setting outside, hopefully quiet. Maybe there's a waterfall in the background, something like that. In here, it's dark and damp and chalky and dirty and loud. So it's a totally different experience. That being said, climbing inside is really good to train. To train yourself to become a better and stronger climber. So when you go outside, you can have a more fun experience.
While the natural beauty and feel of climbing outside is unparalleled, there are many issues that arise with climbing outdoors at a site such as Unlikely.
The more people that you have coming out there, like the greater the possibility of someone who's not a climber saying, hey, wait a minute, what are all those people doing on the side of our superhighway? It's dangerous.
I think it can be a tendency to be fearful of working with those officials because we may have concerns about, well, they're going to find out what we're doing and shut us down. That, I think, is a short-term perspective on the bigger issue of the goal of having long-term access to these cliff environments. The concerns of it are its proximity to a highway, the questions about the legality of climbing on that rock surface, who owns it, do they know that climbers are on it, the access from parking alongside a road or driving to the top of it, is that legal? Who knows?